Yeah, when I was first exposed to this, it was from Beverly. Francis brought in Beverly, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And Bruce is going to share in a minute. In 34 years, he's never seen anything like it. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the slides, and then Bruce is going to jump in anytime you want, Bruce. But anyway, Solveres Senior Solutions. We just signed this deal a few days ago. Final expense insurance. I'm going to let Bruce explain how this works, but the neat thing is it's the age bracket where the baby boomers are going into. Anyone from 70 to 85, there's no cost for them to be involved, no premiums, no brainer. Bruce, tell us a little bit about how it works.
Okay, so an individual between 70 and 85, I'm going to use the word, they petition for coverage, all right, and an offer is made for a face amount, and then the individual has the premium paid through a 501c3 charity, and then upon the death of the individual, the insured, 50% goes back to the charity and 50% goes to the beneficiaries of the policy. So this is genius. I mean, I just can't believe that I'm just now hearing about something like this in 34 years. Interestingly enough, I thought 34 years was a long time until, you know, some of these other agents hopped on, and now I'm hearing 50 years and more, and they've never seen anything like this. So what we're literally talking about is going to individuals and saying, here is an opportunity for you to have final expense. Big difference between life insurance. Final expense is just burial insurance, you know, to cover the cost of the cremation or the burial, the ceremony, and any last minute bills. So these policies could be $5, $10, $20, $30,000. All right. And most people put off buying final expense insurance for a variety of reasons that I'm not going to go into now. But by the time they realize they need it, they either can't qualify through underwriting or they can't afford it. So here's an opportunity for people to pick up a policy with no monthly premium to them, and then just simply splitting the death benefit, you know, on the back end. So once again, not only is this genius, but it's a no-brainer. I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to do this.
Go ahead and talk about this one, Bruce.
Okay, so you know what we're doing right now is the commissions are annualized on this. All right, so for those of you not in the insurance industry, that is a huge deal because usually policies, the commission is paid as paid. So if somebody pays on a monthly basis, the commission's paid on a monthly basis. So what we're doing here is the commissions are being annualized. And then, you know, so let's say that the commission is $2,000, $1,500 goes to the agent, $500 comes back to Solveres for the privilege of being able to offer this program to people. And then that $500 is going to be distributed throughout the Solveres network. All right. So 25% or $125 is going to go to the agent sponsor. 25% or $125 is going to be divvied out 10 levels, all right, with unlimited width. The other 25%, all right, is going to go 9 levels into the matrix, and then Solveres just keeps 25%. So this is not a Solveres, you know, hey, let's fill the coffers of Solveres. This is the money's going to the agent, and then it's also going to the people who brought them in. It's also going to people in the network. So now we're looking at a statistic. There are 1.2 million insurance agents in the United States. That's a lot of insurance agents, all right? So what we need to do is we need to present this program. Once again, we are not selling anything. We're not selling anything to the agents. We're not selling anything to the policyholders. Any agent who's been in the industry for any length of time, when they see this, they're going to realize that this is definitely something they would want to add to their portfolio. We just need to make sure that we get the correct, honest, ethical agents because they're going to have, Solveres's name attached to this. To which I want to just say something right now. Character is your introduction 5 minutes before you walk into the room. The question that you need to ask is, what do you want your character to be saying about you? All right. So we want to make sure that, because Solveres is a organization of very high character, those are the agents that we're looking for. The insurance has to be sold face to face. All right. At this point in time, that's how it goes. So we're going to need agents all across the country. All right. In every city. So once again, I see, having a general agent in every state, building a network underneath them. But all you really need to do is go out to anybody that all right, who's honest, ethical, reliable, who's in the insurance industry, and just say, hey, I got a concept that I just want to fly by you, get your feedback. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to be interested and they're going to want to be part of it.
So right here, I put in here, target agents with your artificial intelligence prospecting. Now, when you become a Solveres member, we give you 100 leads that you set the criteria. You can set up for your existing business, building a Solveres business, like networking. You can use it to find agents around the country. Can you imagine you talk to an agent, and if you don't speak the language in that industry, Bruce will help you. And it's a no-brainer. Seriously, it doesn't. Like Bruce mentioned, it doesn't cost them anything. The people get the insurance for free from the nonprofit, and the agent makes a tremendous commission. I mean, anybody can do this.
Absolutely, and not only that, but see, this is what's really cool about Solveres to begin with. We already have the leadership. We already have the tools. We have the infrastructure. I mean, I've been part of programs where literally they are building the plane while they're flying it. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, with the AI prospecting, I mean, sometimes I got to be careful talking about this because I really do want to be able to fall asleep at night. So, with the AI prospecting, you can not only use that to go out and find agents, you can say, hey, I'd like to find the people between the ages of 70 and 85 in this specific geography. We already have the prospecting tool. I can tell you the number one problem in the insurance industry, all right, is that people do not have enough people to talk to. All right. And so they're constantly buying leads and they're paying an incredible amount of money, as much as $35 per lead. And then they're supposedly qualified, but we already know they're not. Okay. And so here's a prospecting tool that's already built into Solveres ahead of time. It's almost like we knew that this was going to come our way. And so you've got the tool to find the agents. You've got the tool to find the prospects. And Beverly and I were talking about this earlier. Okay. I am not afraid to get in the car and drive or fly. I mean, if you've got somebody who says, hey, I'm interested, but I really don't understand what's going on. All you have to do is give me their name and number, or give them my name and number, or Beverly's. We'll be more than happy to do all the heavy lifting for you. And then we go ahead and put them in your downline. Okay. So everything's a win-win. The next slide Mark just popped up here it's Duel, and it's not Duel like sword fight. It's DUAL, special needs Medicare, Medicaid. Dual special needs means that they have both Medicare and Medicaid. There are 450,000 duals in Pennsylvania, and there are millions more across the United States, hundreds of thousands in every state. Okay. So there's the key thing about these people. They're low income. That's how they get on Medicaid. All right. And they have health issues. And so a lot of times, even if they can get through underwriting, they don't have the money to pay the monthly premium. That's the huge cost barrier. And then the other thing is that when these individuals pass, because they have no final expense insurance, there's an incredible financial burden placed upon their survivors, who chances are might also be low income. And so now here's an opportunity to go out to hundreds of thousands per state, millions per country, all right, and say, here's an opportunity for you to pick up a no-cost final expense policy. Okay, this is literally the definition of no-brainer. All right, millions of people who cannot afford final expense insurance getting final expense insurance at no cost to them to take the financial burden off of their family. Okay, and they're not going to care about the split. It's going to make perfect sense to them. All right, so once again, I'll be more than happy to provide scripts, emails, videos. Okay, you sponsor 10 agents that sell 3 policies per week. All right, that's 30 times the 125. That's $3,750 per week. All right, plus, you know, what you're going to get from the 10 levels. This is literally the definition of game changer. Okay, every insurance agent that I have talked to about this, once we got the non-disclosure agreement out of the way, their very first thing was, this is impossible. And I said, you know what? I thought the same thing until I heard about the split on the back end. Then it made complete sense to me. I don't know a single insurance agent out there who would not be interested in making an additional $4,000 a week by literally going out and giving away free final expense insurance.